So I have come across this interesting problem where two topics are merged into one problem. If you look at it, right, simple interest and compound interest. You will get these kind of problems in your exams or in your exercises most of the time. This would require a lot of working. So don't get panicked with when you see these kind of, it's a very straightforward questions. We need to do it in parts. If you read the problem, simple interest on a certain sum for 3 years is 225. They have given those details. And the compound interest on the same sum for 2 years is 153. They are asking you to calculate the rate of interest and principal. So what happens in these kind of problems is that go step by step. Okay, the first bit is you need to find the simple interest on the first part till here. Okay, they have given you so the first and foremost thing, they are asking us to calculate the rate of interest and principal. So let the rate be R and the sum, basically the principal, be X, right? So the first bit is that we are going to work on this information. So they have given that principal is equal to X, rate is equal to, we don't know, we need to find out, right? Time is equal to 3 years, and your simple interest is given is 225, right? So with that information, we know SI is equal to PTR by 100. Put the values. So what do you get? 225 is equal to X times R times 1 times 100. Sorry, not 1, this is 3. Okay, time is 3 years. So what do you get? When I do the math over here, right, I get X times R is equal to 225 times 100 divided by 3, which is nothing but XR is equal to 7,500. That's my equation number 1. I will not be able to go ahead and resolve this yet because there are two variables and both are unknown for me at this point of time, right? So now the next one, I mark that equation as 1. We'll use that one later when we are going to do the S symbol. Now, what do you know about compound interest? Compound interest is nothing but your amount. Amount is given by 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n minus p. Remember, this is the amount formula which we have in compound interest. Minus p will give you compound interest, right? So similarly, let's plug the values over here. What do you have? Compound interest is 153 is equal to, what is your p? P is x. We'll write this as is because we don't have anything related to n is 2 and p is x again. So let's solve this. What do you get? 153 is equal to, x is common in both these cases. So I'm going to take x out and write it like this. Remember to include brackets properly so that you are not basically you're not making any mistakes. Okay? So 1. So here, how am I going to go ahead and solve it? I'm going to bring this x down over here. 153 by x is equal to, I have these two quantities. Now I can open this big bracket and leave it whole square minus 1, right? I can bring this minus 1 over here. I'll put it as 153 by x plus 1 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 2. Okay? Now, one more variation what I can do, I can put this one as 153 plus x divided by x, if I take x as LCM over here, and is equal to 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 2. Now look at it. You'll get confused between these two. Here I have x on the left side, I have R on the right side. Now by using equation 1, can I write this like this? Can I write R is equal to 7500 by x, which I should be able to use over here. I can replace R over here, right? I can do that. So let's go ahead and replace R with this particular substitution. Okay, so what do you get? If I go here, I get 153 plus x divided by x is equal to 1 plus, when I replace r is equal to 7500 by x, what will it become? It will become 7500 divided by 100x whole square. Look at it. All good? All good? I have just replaced r by 7500 divided by x. I already had 100 in the denominator, I multiplied it. Now what I'm going to do? Now I will be needing more space. Let me rub this portion here. Okay. Now you should not panic in these kind of situations. You have basically solved the problem 90%. The only thing remaining is 10% where you need to go ahead and solve that equation so that you get the answer. Okay. So I'm going to write it over here for more clarity. 153 plus x divided by x is equal to, now if you look at it, in this one I can remove this, so I'll be left with 1 plus 75 by x whole square. Okay, how can I write that on the right side? Can I make changes to that? 153 plus x divided by x, okay, is equal to, can I write this as x plus 75 by x ka whole square? Look at it. Makes sense? Okay. Now, next step. 153 plus x by x. This is in bracket here. Now, I'm going to expand this. X plus 75 ka whole square. What do I get? I'll get x square plus 2 times x to 75 plus 75 ka whole square. Right? And I have this also x square. So this will become x square over here. So I have opened the bracket, right? A lot of numbers. What happens here? Denominator 1x gets cancelled out. Now what I'll do is that I'll take this x over here. I'll put the x, multiply this x over here by doing cross multiplication. Is equal to, what do I get? When I open this one, I'll get 150x plus 5625. You should be able to calculate that. I knew the 75 square is 5625, so I'll put it. Now open this one. When you open with x over here, this becomes 153x plus x square is equal to x square plus 150x plus 5625. A lot of calculations if you look at it. These kind of problems are going to come in your examinations, final examinations, remember. And keep on doing it. I have x square on both sides, I get cancelled. Okay, so what am I left with? I'm left with 153x here. I'll bring this minus 150x over here is equal to 5625, which means 3x is equal to 5625. So x will come out to be 1875. So that's your sum. That is what you assumed it at the start of the problem. Sum is equal to x. You got the sum to be 1875. When you plug this value in this equation, if you put x is equal to 1875 over here, you will get the rate as 4%. And that's your answer. So don't panic when you see these kind of equations. Just go ahead and solve them. Okay, in compound interest, in certain scenarios where you have a square root or a cube root, right, you need to do the math. You need to do the math and calculate it. Right?